Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. Today's battle is on the Serene Coast map, and we've got a battle with Lemon Clan in a platoon, and it's Crazib in the T-44-100. This is a Tier 8 premium Soviet medium tank. It's a pretty good choice if you want a crew training tank for your Tier 10 Soviet mediums. The crew fits in well. So the Object 140, the T-62A or the Object 907, all those crews fit into this tank without any change. So, and it's got a very decent gun, 100mm gun, and pretty reasonable armour layout for a medium tank as well. Alright, they're heading to the west side of the map here to challenge tanks coming across, and yeah, they weren't spotted until when they got up here, but now they've got some distracted tanks and putting some shots in. Unfortunately, hasn't got a hit yet because it's been pretty fierce battle. That'll change shortly. So finally gets lands a shot, but didn't penetrate. And now can decide, yeah, does he want to stay here or not? So they did lose 2 tanks in that encounter, and there's not that many enemy down there, but some RSM can be pretty tough frontally. And there's the normal T-44, that's the Tech Tree version of this tank. But they're being challenged in their bases, and this Lynx 6x6 running around, obviously trying to go up to Artie or the TDs there. And he's punishing the SU-130 PM. So yeah, so Crazib decided to come back to this side of the map just to provide a bit more support. As you can see, there's no tanks going down the east side of the map. That's a pretty common place for enemy heavy tanks coming down from their cap area to come across here. So does it need some spotting? Does it need more guns? Yeah, probably yes to both of those. But the enemy's also coming up the railway line, so it's not everyone's been spotted yet, but okay, here we go. SU-101's come up all the way around the back, so yeah, a bit of a weakness in the way the team deployed, but that's sometimes what happens in random battles. It's the lemon tree effect, the lemming train effect, I should say. Alright, there's actually 2 tanks there, and he was spotted, so if they're paying attention, they will get it, and he's lost his teammate Candle, and he's found the Lorraine 40T. Now it looks like it's on relay because he's not firing. You know, good choice for auto-loading tanks to keep their gun pointing and act as if they have got rounds loaded, just to try and stop people getting in. So he's taking a bit of damage here, but deciding discretion is a better part of valor. Another shot to the SU-101 as he goes away. Nice shooting there. So he'll come back and yeah, attack these tanks here. Now he's surrounded a bit here. Possibility of getting into a crossfire, but decides he better come back this way first, deal with the SU-101. And he bounces the shot, goes for the ram, gets a nice bit of damage in. And can he get another shot in to get rid of this SU-101? Yes, he can. So does that, dispatches him. Now you can turn around here and go after the tanks coming up and threatening the cap area. So as you say, 7032, who's maybe just fired, so he's not going to be able to fire for a second, but Crazib not hanging out in the open waiting for him to fire back. And yeah, he's definitely charging up or whatever, but he doesn't get the chance. He gets sent back to the garage. And his other platoon mate, Rapunzel, gets rid of the T-44. So that's repelled the charge a bit there. Rapunzel's gone down now. He was all by himself without any support, so a bit of bad luck there. But 3 TDs there, and still got some mediums on this line here, so they can push back if they need to. So Crazib lets them do that. Yeah, a bit of commentary from his platoon mates about the behaviour of their team. So anyway, But this is a match to win or lose. Now, they have managed to get some equilibrium in the tank numbers, but significantly down in hit points, and they're getting lit and getting artied, so can lose more and more hit points as they go. So Crazib just waiting for the opportunity. He's knocked a tree down to give him a bit of extra cover, and he's looking for either the Simir SM to pop up and attack from the side, or any of the other tanks to come around. And okay, they've got him spotted now. Unfortunately, that shot doesn't land, but I'm sure we'll get another shot in. And here you're just dealing with the vagaries of the layout of the terrain. But now he's got the Simir SM. Can he get a shot in? Just on the back of the turret. Yes, he does. Gets that in. So just doing well defending here from the back, and you can see again, as we pointed out in previous videos, just trying to keep the view range circle, outline roughly where your targets are so that you don't get spotted while you're firing. So even though it's got a bit of cover, the further distance the better from a spottability perspective. And in fact, just as he does, pulls that back just as they start pushing it again. So got a chance now to do some more damage, which he's doing. He's up to 2.6k already, and he's still not spotted, which is good. And just missing the outline there on these tanks. But yeah, trying to keep the shots going there. Finally does get spotted, and he takes a hit from the Simir SM. So yeah, this is dangerous. He's down to 167 hit points, so it's definitely one-shotable by just about any of the tanks that he's facing. But luckily, the RD have backed him up, and although they've only got one medium tank left on that line, this is a good sign. So now check the lineup, and there's just an RT, a TD, and a Super pushing left. And they've been a bit spread out. The SU-130 PM last seen at F1, so there's a chance to come down through the city or even the long way around and go for the SPG and get that dangerous gun out of the game. And then there's a Super Pershing who spotted on full health, but not a good player, so as they pointed out to each other. And Crazib just deciding to change tack here and come from a different direction. So those players might be heading back towards their base, so just trying to make a decision here, okay, which is the best way to go. From this side he can spot out the, the lower line, but it's not going to give him any visibility of any people coming up the train line, so he's just got to make a choice here. I mean, it could be that thinking the arty might be coming that way. That's definitely worth checking. And now there is someone on base, so he's got to make a choice here. Does he go back and defend, or can the Type 59 do that? And it looks like it's a Super Pershing, so alright, so good chance to get the Super Pershing into a crossfire and even light him up for the arty. So Crazib just trying to figure out what's the best way to come to not be expected. Doesn't necessarily want to meet the Super Pershing front on. It's pretty solid frontal armour. Oh, and he has found him front on, so no, he's got the rear of him, so he puts a shot into him. And they think that he's looking for arty, so the Type 59's come to challenge him as well, which is good. So he can get another shot in, which he does, and tracks him. And he's going to try and hold him there by retracting him. You can see as a repeat, yeah, gets another shot in, keeps him tracked. And okay, this is the end of the Super Pershing. One more shot, and he gets a kill. So they're down now to, however, just Crazib supporting team, and he puts a shot in. The SU-130 PM just dodges getting a return to fire. You can fire underneath the train here, which he does, and he gets the kill. So excellent shooting there, and now it's just Crazib and the remaining arty on the enemy side. So even though that looked a bit random how he was approaching here, that was all quite thoughtful, and trying to make sure that he can maintain his 167 hit points and not give them away cheaply. So the question is now, where is the SPG? And it won't be that difficult to find him really. In fact, he's spotted there, just coming through the town. It's a nice shot. I'm still not spotted. Just wants to stay out of the way of that gun. It can be shotgunned, of course, by Artie. The Artie should know he's spotted, but he's behind hard cover here. So Crazib just needs to come and think of another way to get at him. So while he's still lit, he can go in a particular direction, or as soon as he gets unlit, he can change direction and so flank him around, which is exactly what he's doing here. So hopefully he'll be facing the other direction. In fact, there he goes, he's driving around and he's got a sight of him and he gets the kill. So a bit of tense time there in the game, but managed to pull that off and get a really nice damage total as well. Let's go and look at the details. Alright, so we've got the details here. Now unfortunately what replays wasn't able to upload this file, so we're just doing this in Replays Manager. Alright, 4.3k of damage, 6 kills, which is given the top gun, and the damage total gave him the high caliber award and the Ace Tanker Mastery Badge. So let's see how the team score went. Oops, so okay. Finished well on top with experience with a base of 1477. Rapunzel came in next with 828 and did 2.3k, and T-28 actually did the similar amount of damage, but yeah, it's good damage there from their team list across a few tanks, and the SU-130 PM on the enemy team, who was second last tank to be killed, had done 3.1k, so yeah, good effort from him, and 659 base in the losing team might have just picked up the Ace Tanker there as well, so well done to that player. Alright, back to Crazib's game. So 28 shots fired, 19 hits, and 17 of those that penned. Did have a platoon bonus running there, of course, which gives you extra credits, which is nice. And he did spend a bit on his premium consumables and ammunition, so still made a profit of 31k, which is good effort too. Anyway, thanks again for the content, Crazib. Very much appreciated. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, make sure you put that on your to-do list. We'll have more great content to follow, and thanks very much for watching.